I started university in the beginning of this year, and I just want to start by saying that I never ever hated my course. In fact, to this day, I still love the course. I appreciate it for what it is, and I believe I could probably really potentially enjoy it if I actually ended up having a career in that course. I also had absolutely no problems with studying. In fact, I did well for pretty much most of my subjects, and one of those subjects I got contacted by the lecturer by email that I was one of the top students for that subject. 2 months ago, I made the decision to drop out of university, and I might not even return back to the same course again. Now, I just want to give a bit of backstory here. In Australia, in my area within Sydney, going to university is quite the norm after graduating high school. Growing up, friends, teachers, family would always ask me, what am I doing in uni? And I always answered with, I don't know. This question, as innocent as it seemed, has really shaped the norm within the society that I live in, so much that I felt like any other option was not a good idea because it was so different from everyone else's idea. And I thought that other people's ideas were much more significant because they really thought about their lives a lot more, and they got advice from their parents who I thought knew it all a little bit better. I just want to start off by saying that I never really had a strong drive for university, but that could also be the reason because I never even knew what I wanted to do in life. Like, if you were to ask me, even now, if you were to ask me what sort of career path or what sort of career I wanted to do, I would still say, I don't know. I guess growing up, I was very scared of the future. I did not want to see past beyond my graduation. I only saw my life at the moment, in the present. I just wanted to stay in school, stay as a child. And even now, I would love to stay as a child, but that time has passed. I ended up graduating high school last year, and after I finished graduating, I was extremely stressed. Unlike most people who are relaxing in and sleeping in, I was just extremely stressed. I was busy deciding on what I would do with my life. Now, at the end of the year, I decided, based on the recommendations of others, I would go to university. And also because I knew that as part of the university we have in Sydney, you can go into the course, and if you're not sure, you can always leave under 1 month, and you will not have to pay any fees for the year. You can just leave or change the course, no worries about the fees. So I just thought, why not? I can just try it, and if I don't like it, I'll just leave. So I just decided I would go to university. Now, that was decision 1. Decision 2 was choosing what course. And I stressed so much on this decision. I was basically narrowing down so wholeheartedly on what course I would do in university. In fact, every single deadline I had to submit what course I wanted to do, I was always changing it. I was doing very last minute until the very last 12 o'clock a.m. I was awake and changing my courses, and each time that deadline came, I had chosen a different course. The first time round, I got about, I think it was a wildlife conservation course. Second time, I got science, and third time I got something in allied health. Now, I'm not going to be specific about what course I did at the moment, but it was something in allied health. So I went into university at the beginning of this year, and I was pretty stressed, to be honest. And it was not about the schoolwork that I was stressed about. I was highly stressed debating on whether I should stay or not. I was so stressed to the core that I probably didn't focus so much on the course itself and studying. I was just decision making. And I had so much doubts, especially in the first 2 weeks, that I decided on the 3rd week that I would be dropping out and just going on a gap year. But my whole entire plan changed on about the 4th week after I got to know the other students better and really sift into the course. And I was talking to one of the other students who came from my old high school, and I realized, talking to her, she had gone through about 3 courses before being in the course that I was in, that it really didn't matter. I was still young, and I had so many choices ahead of me. I had so much time ahead of me. I realized that if I stayed in this course and I didn't like it, I can always change courses. I can always do a different thing. I could always take a gap year. I could always do something else. It was never a definite decision because it's a changeable one. Additionally, I just feared so much taking a gap year or just not going to university because I felt like 1 year later I would still be in the exact same position as I was in then. I would still have no idea what I wanted to do in life, and I would just waste an additional 1 year, which I could have been doing, spending time actually at university. I was also aware of my mental health. I also thought university would reduce my stress because I was so stressed before and just thinking about life itself that if I was to take a gap year and just not be preoccupied in education and with potential friends, then I would probably feel even more stressed. And so I decided to stay, to keep moving forward, to keep seeing how things are going in university and see if this was the right path for me, and then see what happens next. So a few months came in and I actually quite really liked university. I liked studying and all that and just going to classes, but at the end of the day, I still had my doubts. When I went home by train, I was still looking out the window and I was really questioning university and my course. I don't know, it just felt so unreal for me to go to university. I actually felt so lost. Everything I had envisioned in the past was never actually in university. And in those many months of university, I was really hoping that I would actually accept the life that I was living. Like, this is it. This is university. This is going to work. This is life. Like, this is what I should be doing. This is what people are doing. I guess when I was younger, I never envisioned myself to like actually work a full-time job and have a career path and go to university. But I guess I never really thought so deeply. If I was still having so many doubts after being months in the course, I really don't think I should be staying there because my mind is flipping so much that I should probably just be leaving. And I feel like this is so unrelatable, but I just disliked knowing where I would be going in 4 years, something that a few months ago, had absolutely no idea where I would be. And as surprising as it sounds, I just felt like I was taking the easy path to go to university. Truly deep down, I crave learning from experiences, experimenting with ideas, and growing as a person. I was just distracting myself and occupying my mind so I wouldn't have to think about the future or my life. I felt like I was placing all my worries in a box aside by 4 years until after I completed the degree and see what happens then. I left for the exact same reason I stayed, to move forward and to gain experience and to see life as it is. And I know a lot of people say that it's better to go to university straight away because you can graduate earlier, you can make so much more money in a more higher-end job. You could actually lose more money by going to uni straight away. If you go to university and you're not so sure, you might end up switching courses all the time and you're going to be in there for much longer time, spending much more money on HECS debt, and you're going to be spending a lot less time in actual workforce. In my opinion, taking a gap year or for however long it is an investment for potential. You're investing yourself and your life to see other potential pathways or build other potential skills or experience that could potentially change your life. You could experiment with ideas that could build a business. You can gain new experiences that will guide you to a new career path. You can work a full-time job and invest money. There is so many opportunities out there that you wouldn't be able to do if you just went to university straight away. You could also use the time in a gap year to gain a really good job that you can work even during uni that pays a lot better, if you know what I'm saying. I would also like to remind myself that money isn't everything. At the end of the day, you're left with your own job and your own life, and truly what you enjoy is really what your life is, not really the money. If you hate your job or you're under a lot of stress in life, I would recommend you choose the path to happiness instead of comfort. In terms of mental health, my mental health became even more worse in terms of staying in uni. And I just realized that my circumstances won't change if I don't change for myself. If I just keep doing exactly what I'm doing, I'll still probably get even worse. And I actually knew this was going to happen this year and last year because I put so much pressure on myself, and I know out of my entire life beforehand, I really just feared this year overall and what I would be doing. And I know that decision making would make me so stressed, and just seeing life as it is after graduating is something that I'm not used to. And I really believe that it was time for an actual break. My mind has been active non-stop ever since high school, and I've never actually had a proper break. Growing up, I've really had troubles actually accepting life as it is, so I feel like taking a gap year and going into the workforce and doing stuff like that can actually help me just accept reality as it is. Hopefully that will help me in the future make better decisions. And right at this moment, I'm so extremely grateful that I've made this decision. I'm so happy that I can potentially use this time to build on my skills, gain more experience in different jobs. At the moment, I'm looking for another job. I'm trying to get into the workforce a bit more and see how working maybe full-time would be like. I'm really excited to see what would happen. And now, just now thinking about it, I don't even know where I'm going to be in 1 year's time. And that to me is just more comforting to know now than actually knowing where I'll be in 1 year's time. And I know I'm actually very lucky to be in this situation where I can choose where to go. There's so many people in this world who do not enjoy their job and do not even get paid that much. Also, if you actually know what you're doing and you know what you want to do in life, then I recommend you take that path. Obviously, this is only for people who do not really know where they're going. I know a lot of people are feeling pressured to go to university or pressured to do some sort of path. And I know sometimes some people do not have the choice. So depending on your path, this might be something you want to consider. But if you know what you're doing and you want to go to university and you need to go to university for that reason, then just go do it. Either way, I just hope I can keep moving forward, keep seeing where these new opportunities take me, because that is exactly what I'm trying to do. I just want to keep moving forward, keep seeing where these opportunities take me, and take me where my heart goes, not exactly where the money goes, or just to feel comfort and security in a job by going to university. I just want to see where I want to go, and I just want to experience so much more than just taking one single path I was not sure about. If you are in the exact same situation with me or in a similar situation, please comment down your story below. I did receive a lot of comments from my voice disorder story, so I really want to hear if any of you guys are dealing with the same things. Hopefully I can talk to you. And I was searching on YouTube. I did come up with a few, but it's really nice to hear each other's story and to help each other out in the comments. And I just want to give a bit of advice. But if you're really unsure, maybe consider taking a gap year. You could gain more experience, try a few jobs, do an apprenticeship, start a YouTube channel, or do something like that. It's a really good opportunity that can potentially change your life, potentially change your career path, and build your skills, build your confidence. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below any video suggestions as well, because I'm really hoping to make much more videos, like hopefully every single week. So if you have any suggestions, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.